Chapter, UFC 290. Are we just going to go into UFC Vegas 77 disappointed? Are our expectations just super low? That way we don't get disappointed? Wow, what a great card that was. You know what, but they can't all be awesome, because then we just wouldn't appreciate it as much. I guess anyway. That's what I'm telling myself. Hopefully, we will still get some good surprises and a lot of fun fights in this card. Like I mentioned, UFC Vegas 77 is this Saturday. They're staying in the Apex, and there's a few fights that I'm going to talk about, and they're pretty close, too. First up is Terrance McKinney versus Nazim Sadykhov. Now, Nazim, he wants to knock his opponents out. That's usually how he wins. Terrance, however, he likes to submit his opponents. So, his last fight, he was fighting against Ismael Bonfim. Now, it didn't go in Terrance's favor. However, here's the thing. I think he's going to learn from his mistakes, because you could tell he immediately regretted his decision making in round 2 against Bonfim. So I think he knew better. He maybe just got a little sloppy. He took some time off. He's still young. He's learning, and he's coming into this card very confident. So I feel like maybe he's worked on the little things that he needed to tweak for this fight against Nazim. I'm hoping so anyway. He's got a 4-inch reach advantage, but that's about it when it comes to the both of them. They're both very similar when it comes to age, height, weights, obviously. So really, I think Terrance is just feeling super confident. I think he's learned from his mistakes. Nazim, since he likes to knock his opponents out, he might come at him a little crazy. And if he does that, if Terrance can keep his cool, keep his calm, and then find ways to get in there for rear naked choke, guillotine, triangle, who knows? I think Terrance will take it. So, you know what? Terrance said, pick him, put your money on him. I don't live in a place where I can't put my money legally yet. So, if I could, I would. Give me Terrance for the win. Next up is Norma Dumont versus Chelsea Chandler. No, not Chelsea Handler, Chelsea Chandler. And you might have heard this name recently because she recently leaked that Ronda Rousey might be coming back to the UFC in the featherweight class. I am all for that. I would love to see that. And if that happens, Amanda Nunes can come back from retirement just for one fight. Wow, what a main event that would be. I'd put money down on that one. Anyway, that's just if and buts, and who knows what could happen. I'm curious. I will keep track of this, though, to see if Ronda's going to come back. But this fight between Norma and Chelsea is super close. Vegas has no idea what's going to happen. These two ladies, their records aren't crazy different. Norma does have a little more experience. Here's the thing, Norma, she's mostly won by decision, and that's never a safe bet. I don't feel confident when it comes to leaving it to the judges these days. Chelsea, it's kind of all over the board how she's won her fights here. She doesn't have a lot of experience to go off of. She also hasn't been fighting people who have a lot of experience. So I don't know if this is going to be in Norma's favor. They have identical stats when it comes to height, weight, reach, so you can't really look there either for any kind of perks either one may have. So I'm just going off of experience here. Norma is the only favorite in this 3 fights that I'm picking that, you know, is a favorite. So let me just go with Norma with this one. On to the main event. Holm versus Mayra Bueno Silva. This is going to be interesting. So Holly, she's 41, Mayra is 31. Obviously, we know from the Santos versus Holm fight that age is nothing but a number, because it did not work in Santos' favor with that fight. Now, Holly, she wants to either knock her opponents out or go to decision. Mayra likes to submit her opponents. This is where we're going to see maybe what these two girls can do. So this one is really, really tricky, because Holly, she finds ways to win without actually winning. She's super energetic. She likes to disable her opponents by pitting them against the cage and not allowing you to use the weapons that you have. And she's also just a big girl. So all of that stuff is going to work in her favor. Here's my advice to Mayra. If you're listening, get her to the ground. Wear her out, get her to the ground, because you do like to submit your opponents. This is where I think you're going to be successful. Now, I did say that Holly is a big girl. However, Mayra did fight Lena Landsberg, who is the same size as Holly, believe it or not, and she beat Lena. So maybe that's beneficial that she's had a little bit of experience with someone who's similar in size, maybe not fight style, but either way, if Mayra takes the advice of taking it to the ground and, don't get worn out, because Holly's going to come out hot. She always does. So don't get overwhelmed. Otherwise, I think you'll be successful. I don't know. I'm interested to see how this one goes. This is a close fight anyway, but let me know what you think. Leave a comment, like, subscribe, do all the fun things. Follow me on Twitter because I love watching the fights and seeing what everybody else is thinking at the same time. There's always something good to talk about, of course. So anyway, it may not be UFC 290, but hey, we might be surprised with UFC Vegas 77, so let's get it.
Knockout low.